Hi Libra, I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to this All Planets Direct Tarot reading. This is where we're going to look at the energies from the end of January 27th, when Uranus stationed direct, all the way up to April 1st. Now, this is a big time, Libra, because this is where we all have this forward momentum to get our goals accomplished, or at least to plant seeds to get them accomplished later on in the year. Excuse me, Libra. So this is a really great time to figure out what goals do you have, whether it's initiatives to start something new or maybe carry something out to a higher level. This is a really great time to get all of that figured out. Okay, so check the description box below. I have other dates there for the rest of the year for the other planets retrograding, but during this period of time is a forward momentum. So once we get to April 1st, we do have that Mercury retrograding in Aries, and we have that total solar eclipse. At the end of March, though, we actually have you all's lunar eclipse. So this is going to be a big time for you all, Libra. So really figure out what it is you want to hone in on, okay? I do want to thank you for your likes and subscribes and comments. Thanks for letting me know that you're enjoying these readings. I really appreciate it. If you want a personal tarot reading, I do have the link below, okay? All right, Libra, let's get into it. Let's look at what your February, March, and April hold for you. So you start off with the Aquarius energy star card in reverse. Then you have the Three of Cups also in reverse. March finds you with the Nine of Swords in the upright, as well as the Eight of Swords in reverse. And then once we get to April, we have the Eight of Wands in reverse. So you have two eights in a row there. And you have the Devil card, Capricornian energy. So something I do already notice, Libra, is that you have the Aquarius energy here, and then you have the Capricorn energy here. So those are your two major arcana cards. Both of those cards do symbolize to me Pluto, who has moved out of the sign of Capricorn and into Aquarius. So definitely there could be something that you are transforming through during this period, okay? All right, Libra, let's go ahead and pull an overarching theme card. Spirit, please give me a card for Libra. What areas of their life should they focus on during this all planets direct period? And you have the Seven of Cups. So Libra, if you have been contemplating all of these different options, I do think that this card has come up many times for many signs, because I think that Seven of Cups is that energy of so many options and so many things going on that you're in analysis paralysis. You're not really quite sure what to do next. So really consider this as you move through these next few months, Libra, because this is going to be essential for you to be able to hone in on just a few items or a few goals. Don't try to do everything at once. I think that that is the challenge when all planets are direct, is that there's so many options, so many ideas just flooding in, and this Seven of Cups wants to remind you that you're going to need to be patient with yourself. Pick a few items and just stick with those, okay? Follow those through, okay? So really keep that in mind as you move through February, March, and April, all right? Let's go ahead and pull an oracle card. Spirit, if you could send us a card, where should my fellow Librans, look at that, trying to come out, but not. That fertility was trying to burst out of there, Libra. All right, let's see what Spirit has for you. Choose wisely. Now, I like to read the oracle cards in the upright. I do think that the choose wisely card is this card of where is it that you need to make a decision and stick to it. And remember, we just said that with that Seven of Cups. Make sure you are not getting in over your head and trying 50 flavors of ice cream and then coming home with a stomach ache, right? You need to figure out where is it that you can focus in on just a few choice decisions and then be able to move through these few months with that decision. I do think that it's really important for you all, Libra, because once we get into eclipse season, this is going to be another chapter of you and Aries figuring out this transformation for yourself. Many of you all have already started on this journey, and I do think that this choose wisely is reminding you, make a decision, stick with it, okay? And I'm now noticing that that is the 7 and this is the 7. So you really have 2 7s on the ground asking you for choices, telling you that you have so many decisions ahead of you, but we need you to get really laser focused in order for it to be really beneficial. Okay, Libra, so yeah, Spirit's really talking to you with those, aren't they? All right, so let's look at the 3 months together. Now, we can already see here in February that the Aquarius, remember all of that Aquarius stellium of planets that we had? We had Venus, Mercury, Mars, the Sun, and the Moon at one time, all in Aquarius. And I do think that that February is some type of conversations in group dynamics. This could be at your work. This could be in your family. This could be friends. This could be neighbors. There's some type of group dynamics that seems like there's so many cooks in the kitchen that nothing is really getting accomplished. And it feels like you all want to embrace that Aquarius energy, but sometimes the negative side of Aquarius or the lower vibration is rebellion and everyone, trying to speak over each other. So really just watch your group dynamics here in February. By the time you get to March with this 8 of Swords and 9 of Swords, there is this progression and you can see that they're both flipped, right? So there is this back and forth that you're having with yourself over some important decisions that need to be made. I do think that those decisions could be stemming off of that 7 of Cups and that choose wisely, okay? So really sit down with a pen and paper and figure out what you want to accomplish during this time. I do think that by the time you get to April with the 8 of Wands and the Devil, both also in reverse, there is this feeling like, okay, I want to get this done. I want to get this done. But then you're like, okay, well, how am I going to do it? And it's like you're getting trapped in the details with the Devil card. Okay, so we're going to go month by month, Libra, but I can already see that since you have so many in reverse, you really only have the 9 of Swords in the upright. And the 9 of Swords is that card of worry. So I do want you to take some time, Libra, and figure out where is it that you've been putting too much energy on worriment and not enough energy on solutions and working with others to get to a point where you feel good about yourself, around your group. I do think if this is your family or friends, sit down with them and say, I'm really struggling with, trying to grasp how to do this. Or if it's colleagues, people that you're close with, I do think this group dynamic seems a little strained. And so really pay attention to, is this the group that you want to remain with? Obviously, if it's family, you have to stick with them. But you know what I'm saying? If this is like colleagues and people that, you're only friendly to each other because you're at work, maybe this is something that you are really exploring whether you want to remain in these friendships in February. Now, once you get to March, I'm hearing that choose wisely. So if any of you all are getting analysis paralysis over the choosing, maybe you take a step back and instead of having to choose now, maybe you get yourself feeling good about yourself in the situation first before you're trying to make a decision. I do think this 8 of Swords in reverse is like, I don't really know which way to go, but then that 9 of Swords is that you're worrying about which decision you make. And I do think that this all planets direct time is asking you to get crystal clear and stop feeling like you don't have power. I do feel like some of you have been giving your power away to other people. Please keep that in mind throughout this time, okay? Because by the time you get to April, end of March into April, eclipse season. You and Aries are the stars of those two eclipses. That Eight of Wands and the Devil card is reminding you that you don't have to be trapped inside of all of the minutia of everything that's going on. Don't get sucked into other people's drama. Make sure you are staying the course for yourself, okay? Make sure you're not getting into so many different conversations, especially with that Eight of Wands, conversations, text messages, meetings. Make sure you're not getting so wrapped up that you lose yourself. And I do think that that's a challenge, Libra, during all planets direct, is that there's so much stuff going on that you don't have time to focus. And so I do think that if you can choose wisely and concentrate on whatever cup you really want to fruition, I do think that you're going to have a much better time than if you try to please everyone, try to be in everybody's conversation. It's just not going to work. And then you're going to have this, what's happening here in March, where you're just feeling stressed. Okay. So I hope this was helpful for you, Libra. Do take a look at those February monthlies as well as those February career monthlies. I think you also might have some added messages there. Okay. All right, Libra, I hope this was helpful for you. Take a look at your sun, moon, and rising signs in this video series, and I'll talk to you later.